September is Brain Aneurysm Awareness Month, and our next guest, who's one of the lucky ones, and you know him well, he survived after a doctor ran a scan that happened to save his life. He is Rich Big Daddy Salgado. We always tap into you, Rich, when it comes to talking about what's happening in football and sports business and things like that. But this is something that really struck home with you.
Yeah, it's you know, I look in the mirror every morning. I have this beautiful scar here that you know, reminds me of my issue that I had, and I let people know about it.
What happened?
I was in a pool wrestling, and I had water in my ears, and for some reason I couldn't get it out. I went to the doctor, and he said to me, he goes, "We don't see, you know, what the issue is. The water's out." I got an MRI done, and then they said to me, "Hey, you need to come back in. There's something else going on." And I went in and they scanned me, and I had this little ball in my head.
And an aneurysm is a weakness in the blood vessel, and it starts bulging, and the bigger it gets, the risk is that it's going to pop.
Yeah, it usually pops, and you've got such a little time to get, you got to get right into an emergency room to deal with that.
Well, that saved your life.
Yeah, we were able to see it before it popped, and I had great doctors out at North Shore LIJ, Dr. David Chaliff and Avi Sutton, who saved my life.
Well, what happens if, how do you know if you have a brain?
That's the key.
Yeah, well, the key is that people need to go and get scanned. You know, there's millions of people that walk around with aneurysms, and they don't even realize that they have it.
But insurance is not going to cover that, right?
Well, insurance covered mine. I mean, for most part of it, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's look at some of the signs of a possible aneurysm. First up, severe headache, dilated pupils, double vision, eye pain, trouble speaking. What are some of the risk factors? I know smoking is one of them, and high blood pressure and stuff
high
like
blood
that.
pressure, smoking, you know, overall your weight, and sometimes it's hereditary.
The other thing is, Rich, you played football your entire life. I mean, up and through the University of Maryland. Do you think banging heads for all those years, could that have done it?
That's brought up. You know, as a kid, accidentally, I was hit over the head with a cooler, and my wife always says to me, she goes, maybe that had something to do with it. And you know what? Because it was one of those things where you got hit, and you just say, hey, all right, I got this little bump, and I rub it off and go on to the next thing. But it could have. 1
in 50 people are walking around right now with an undiagnosed aneurysm, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't realize that they have it. You know, it's just, I didn't know I had it. I would have never, if I didn't go in for my issue with the hearing, you know, who knows what happens. Does it run
in your family?
No, it does not.
Well, okay, so then that's a stat, 1 in 50 with an unruptured brain aneurysm right now that are watching. So, Rich, real quick, how do we support, what foundation should we go to support things like this?
Well, it's funny, tomorrow I'm doing a walk for the Brain Aneurysm Foundation, which is out in Long Island. And then next Thursday, I'm supporting Lisa Colagrossi, her foundation, who was the anchor who unfortunately passed away. I became friends with her husband, Todd, and next Thursday is a big gala here in Chelsea Piers, and so I'm supporting both of those.
Well, that's great. All right. To find out more about brain aneurysm, you can go to our website, foxandfriends.com, and we will connect you to Big Daddy's website.
Great. Thank you.
Big Daddy, thank you very much.